State Farm employee has emerged as the Republican candidate to run for McLean County seat representing the far east side of Wilmington Normal.
Mark Kloss will replace Ross Webb, who pulled out of the race last week because he's pursuing a job outside the county. This is Kloss here on your screen. He's a certified public accountant and has worked for State Farm since the early 90s. He says his priorities are balancing tax burdens of residents and ensuring economic opportunities for both residents and businesses, plus maintaining community safety.
Claus adds that the answer to McLean County's issues is, quote, can't always be raise taxes and throw more money at it. We need to root out waste and inefficiency and ensure we're making long-term value-based decisions, end quote. Now, voters will choose this November between Claus and Democrat Erica Larkin to win the seat currently held by Republican Chuck Erickson, who's not running for re-election.